Okay.
It was back when AEW first started in a parking lot, where we began with a movement where voices were heard but didn't have the platform. And one man came forward with a billionaire-size wallet and came forth a company called All Elite Wrestling. And now we come together here on March 4th for AEW Revolution. And who knows what risks will be taken, the amount of blood to be spilled as we focus once again in the beauty of all things wrestling. 1 year later on the ATW VIEW. Hello, everybody who has watched this at some point or has watched this for the first time ever. You know what this is. If you haven't, allow me to introduce you. We are ATW, a simple, wholesome, open-minded family international of wrestling friends and fans in all things wrestling, heavily founded though on AEW. With that being said, I gotta go check something real quick, so I'm gonna let James hold the forum down here for a little bit. I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Everybody be sure to introduce yourself, get your initial flash news out. I will be back shortly. Thank you very much, folks. Enjoy the conversation.
Well, what do we want to talk about? I guess we'll start it off with Ring of Honor then before we actually start breaking down this fucking card. Yeah, you want to talk about a serious momentum shift in wrestling. I think we're about to see it, and it's not even done yet. This is just step one of a, I think, 3-step process here. I'll kind of give my thoughts on this because there's also rumors that have come out since this. So I'll try to keep it brief, but basically 2 things. One, there is rumors that Impact is next in a year's time because I believe that's when their deal is up with Anthem. So that's number 1. Keep an eye out on that. Number 2, Turner is, or Warner Media is currently trying to get in a deal with CBS, which if they get that you know Tony Khan's going to be all over that, and you could absolutely see Dynamite and even possibly Impact, if that comes to fruition, go to CBS. So that could also happen. I still think they'll keep TNT and TBS on obviously whatever hour shows they decide to do. So they'll still have the presence there, obviously, because that's where they fucking started. But that's a huge thing there. And then number 3, I didn't even think about this, HBO Max deal rumored as well.
Yeah. Speaking of the CBS thing, there is a thing they could do. They could do what WWE does with A&E.
That is true, yeah.
They have the library now since they got Ring of Honor.
That is true. That is true.
Very, very true indeed.
But the thing about it is, I feel like that's more of like I feel like an HBO type thing. Because like HBO are more for those documentary type videos, you know what I mean?
Yeah, though at the same time, money talks with content.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if that wasn't the case, Vince would have been bankrupt by now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, Ring of Honor got bought by Tony Khan.
Fucking wild.
That's wild to even say. And
yeah,
this current landscape of professional wrestling right now, like
how many tag teams did they just add to their fucking roster? Jesus
well, they
Christ.
added no one because remember Ring of Honor released everybody.
Hey,
they released everybody on
they didn't release everyone. They had the Briscoe still.
Okay, maybe I don't really know the context.
Because Impact is doing WrestleCon on April 1st, and they had the match graphic for the Good Brothers and the Briscoes, and it said ROH. So they're still somewhat contracted to ROH, but not like fully.
Yeah,
I think all it was they were waiting. They sent everybody over to other companies until the deal was finalized with Tony. And now that it is, I think people are going to be under contract again to some degree with Ring of Honor.
So people were surprised and shocked, and oh dear, the Noah man is mad.
What?
Should we panic?
He's mad about something.
Hello?
Oh,
good?
Are you
No, I'm not
now?
good. I read a bunch of bullshit. I'm sure Eric's going to share some of that too. That being said, I hope y'all didn't do anything to fuck this thing up.
No. I was concerned.
I was like,
Conflicted.
man,
It was
oh
conflicted.
god, what happened to Noah? I don't even know what happened.
Don't
I've
worry
never
about
seen
it.
Noah.
That'll be a story for another day. Maybe a restricted edition. Anyway, Eric, you got the friggin' belt. I love it. How are you, sir? And what's been going on lately in the wrestling world and all things wrestling?
Well, we were talking about it. Ring of Honor got bought by AEW, and WWE was surprisingly shocked by it.
Surprisingly, they shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Well, they
I
were
wonder
shocked.
why.
NXT doesn't ring any bells. I don't think they wanted to be NXT.
Well,
RIP by
Body-
NXT, but I digress.
BodySlam.net did come out after the report, after Tony Khan's big announcement that, yep, the plan is seemingly going to be Ring of Honor is going to be AEW's NXT.
Yeah.
But probably without the less bastardization when the call-up happens.
Yeah, it'll still have its own identity.
It's almost like that AEW does this thing where it's like, oh, I don't know, better for the future of the industry. So when you actually build up a fucking marquee talent or even a new guy and build him up from scratch and actually get him polished, that, oh, wait a minute, they'll actually have a fucking future and their gimmick won't be fucked with.
And they'll also have individuality and actual creativity to their direction to a degree. But I mean, again, that just sounds a little bit out of the normal when you look at things that happen in the industry.
Things go in AEW's momentum again, and now you could say, okay, WWE, you can have Cody. I'm getting out of focus. I don't know what's going on with the camera, but they basically said, okay, WWE, you can have Cody. We'll take Ring of Honor.
Hey, you know what though? What if both happens?
Well, here's there's an update on Cody.
Okay.
The talks have fizzled out.
Yeah, so there's a possibility that Cody could be running
people
Ring of
out
Honor
there
here.
still believe it's not a work anymore, huh?
All I know is in wrestling, what is a shoot versus a work? What has kayfabe? What is reality? What is real? What is fake? Your guess is as good as mine.
As the Ring of Honor was being bought out, it's reportedly said to be $40 million. So more than WCW ever got.
Yeah. Wow.
Once again, because the internet hates joy, the tribalist of WWE was like, Tony Khan's proving he's just like Vince. He bought out the enemy. He's killed the independents. And I was like, okay, did Vince go on TV and say he was going to...
They're going to run on their own. You stupid fucking goddamn.
And yet you have NWA, Mission Pro, Capital Championship Wrestling, the GCW, Impact Wrestling, and NJPW involved and showcased at times on your internationally world-renowned platform that has grown over the last 3 years, and all those other platforms are still going and now sharing and exchanging talent on their platforms and other independent platforms too, including but not limited to Terminus. But yeah, they're destroying the business, right?
Yes, and also they try to compare that what Tony did to Ring of Honor is going to be what Vince did to WCW. And I was like, no, like, did you not hear the report about the developmental idea?
About saying, he said, it's not Shane, it's me. This isn't a Shane McMahon. This is
you want to know what I was thinking? You want to know what I was thinking? What, like, considering how much Tony Khan has made AEW's identity be about, let's take a shot at every horrible thing Vince does,
right?
Or whenever WWE management does something incredibly stupid, I was thinking, I was surprised Tony Khan did not go as far as to say, hey, that's right, everyone. No shenanigans, no crappy invasions, just to stroke my massive ego.
Well, again, when it comes to Tony Khan, every billionaire has an ego, but his ego more so is decided on when he tweets out stuff on social media. It's not like he takes it from the talent or take up time on TV. Again, he saw the announcement and pushed stuff forward.
Tony Khan doesn't have an ego unless you really, really fucking push his buttons.
Yeah, but like,
to a degree.
before we get back to that, let me just say that he does have an ego. He is the billionaire geek that everyone gets to live out their power fantasies through, and sadly, we will never get to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's Eric for you, bringing it down, but also keeping it real.
He only has a true ego, like when he actually, like for real, like he'll only have a true ego when he's pushed so much, when he doesn't get enough credit, and he doesn't, by the way. Hi, Big Swole, how you doing? You fucking bitch.
Damn.
Sorry, I don't give a damn. I even fucking you want to talk about craziness today. I actually went after her again.
Yeah, we saw.
So you guys could go on my Twitter at jhebertsad95. You want to know what I said? I'm pretty sure I'm blocked by her, by the way. I'm not surprised.
Oh boy.
I was a little surprised by that. I was like, so where's the tweet he's gonna make where he posts that picture where Jay was almost screwed over big time?
I sent her the video. I was way ahead of you on that one.
No, not that. You post a picture of the quote saying how the report almost said that what Big Swole did almost changed Jay Cargill's career, like in a downward spiral, and the other one is the tweet.
Yeah, because it almost exposed the TBS tournament.
I did that. I linked the video.
Yeah, I know that part. Also, did anyone hear what apparently Keith Lee said? Because, the guy has attitude issues.
Oh, yeah, attitude issues, sure.
Yeah, okay, James, do you remember the whole rant you did when I mentioned that Vince told Mustafa Ali, "You're just too nice, kid. You're just too nice."
Oh, yeah.
Okay, prepare to go into another rant.
Oh, boy. Okay, I'm
Keith
ready.
Lee, you're coming off as you're too smart for your own good.
Right, because exposing intelligence is a dangerous thing. And it won't help you go over or move forward. Right.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. People say that Tony Khan's racist. What the fuck do you call that? That is low-key racist if I've ever heard it. You're too intelligent for your own good.
That's borderline racism and stereotypical
for real
judgment, to say the least. Again, the world we live in and the way people think.
Yeah, when I heard that Keith Lee said that, I was like, oh, like, what do you want with people, Vince? Do you want everyone to be big Neanderthal morons who don't know what's going on in their lives? I'm like, you want them to be machines, we get that, but I'm talking about in terms of people.
Again, it's like, does he want people to actually have his brain? I don't know if Vince can handle that himself.
That's what it is. He's so intelligent. He's too intelligent for his own good. So the fact that he doesn't want anybody to be more intelligent than him, that's all it is. That's all it is.
And this is why I said, and this is why I said to someone who agreed that, yeah, Vince is a moron for this, essentially saying this. Okay, here's a revolutionary idea. Talk to them and actually listen to their input.
Hey Vince, just because you read the front and back end of Webster's dictionary doesn't make you fucking intelligent, moron. God damn.
Well, again, intelligent in itself is a word. It's not necessarily an quality you inherit.
And there's something I've been wanting to talk about that could honestly be its own ATW VIEW episode. You want to know what it is?
Go for it, man.
What the hell's would control your narrative? Going late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going on with this, but this is a car wreck waiting to happen. Already going through the one-way.
Oh, guys, they announced the TV deal. You want to know what the TV deal was?
What?
An online streaming platform that just started up. They only have like 3 posts on their Instagram account.
If you want to push something in this world today, you got to go through the internet, and the internet fries and crashes through streaming services.
But I'm thinking, wait, why not just do the shows on YouTube? I'm like, you probably get more viewership and money that way.
Build your own YouTube channel.
I shall interject. Okay. listen, Ethan, I love you, girl. I love you, guy, but listen to me, all right? Unless you got that Freddie Prinze Jr. money, don't talk about networks. I'm sorry. This is a fucking blunder, and it hasn't even begun yet. Listen, I'm still gonna watch the show probably because there's a lot of talent I'm interested in seeing.
Yeah, but like,
wow, what a letdown.
And then
that's a bootleg fucking thing that just started.
No. You want to know what the people are trying to? You know what I'm thinking they're trying to do, which doesn't work in this context.
What?
Okay.
They're trying to be a decentralized promotion, NFTs, microtransaction, essentially metaverse constructs, cryptocurrency.
That's what they're trying to be.
At this point,
you want to know how I know this? Because Braun Strowman came out and said we're developing our promotion to be the first in metaverse. So you're going to take Stephanie's comments and make it real.
I hate to kind of say this, and I don't like the guy, but I think Vince McMahon already beat you to that, pal. Just saying. I think you're a bit late. This is not going well already. This isn't going okay.
Yeah, this is what he said.
This is going to be a car wreck. Oh,
this is what he said. We're working on Control Your Narrative being the first promotion in the metaverse. And I was like, what does that even mean?
I'm not sure he knows what the word metaverse means. I don't think most people do, for that matter. I mean, look at freaking Impact Wrestling. Not using metaverse, they're using multiverse, because they're going to host a multiverse-based wrestling show during WrestleCon, and it starts April 1st.
Impact's pretty much embraced the Epicenter stuff as the multiverse wrestling.
They are the multiverse epicenter of professional wrestling. Everything runs and goes through it. They got the NWA World Champion as a digital media champion, for Pete's sake, and the Reinas de Reinas and Ring of Honor Women's World Championship all underneath their brand.
But okay, back to Control Your Narrative. I know you want to talk about Impact, Noah, but I need to keep ranting about this for a sec. Did you hear what happened with EC3?
For those that don't know, I am not a child of the internet nor social media. I have no notifications on, and I literally talk to this inner circle, and shout out to the rest of the family that isn't here, including that limited to Case Flynn. All right, get well soon, Preacher Man, our enforcer Lex, and the future wrestler that happened, Megan Chiba, along with the rest of the crew.
Anyway, Bandit. Bandit exists too.
That's why I said the rest of the crew. Dude, the ATW crew got like 20 members in it, but there's only like 4 real pillars that constantly go on this forum because time allows us to. But otherwise have their own content, play with the creation, and take care of life as well. Anyway, go ahead. Back to Control Your Narrative.
Okay, 2 things. 1, did you hear them making something called a rant room?
Now, I did hear about that, and I've heard about, releasing your anger, expressing yourself, but mental health matters. This cannot help anybody.
Wait
a minute. Hold on.
This is going to hurt James' brain.
Do you want me to explain to you what it is first?
I think I got what.
I think he's trying to guess it.
Are you telling me that they are going to fucking run this damn promotion as if it was that Control Your Narrative video that him and Strowman did?
Sort of. Basically, the idea of the rant room is that you pay them to rant at their wrestlers for about 5 minutes.
What? Wait, huh?
The rant room. Okay, I know you probably lost your brain cells from this. The rant room is a 5-minute initiative where people pay the Control Your Narrative group to scream at them without any consequences for 5 minutes.
Wait, the fans scream at the wrestler or the other way around?
The fans scream at the wrestlers for 5 minutes.
What the fuck?
I got nothing. How does this help? How does this help?
Doesn't help
with anybody's mental health per se. Even
you are literally inviting the most toxic of toxic people of the IWC to just come out there and roast the rest.
If I wasn't going to get copyright strike,
I've never heard this in my life.
If I wasn't going to get copyright strike, I'd be playing Britney Spears "Toxic" right now because this is so damn bad.
This is what I said when I heard this. I was like, okay, one, give me Vince, and I'll pay you guys for 3 hours to me yelling at him for how he's a monster these days.
Like legit, you dealt with it from the WWE fucking goddamn tribalists and Vince McMahon himself, and to a lesser extent his fucking cronies. Why would you want to go through that again? I don't understand this.
Some people live for pain.
Well,
James.
And then I asked the other question: who's paying for all this?
EC3?
Yeah, here's the thing. He said there are no investors in this group.
So it's just them. They're trying to do All In, but they're doing everything that All In didn't do.
They're saying there's no investors who will only be in it for themselves. And I was like, you realize there's no such thing as that, right?
I think EC3, I hate to say this, and I'm sorry, man, but
did EC3 lose some brain cells at one point?
And I mean that, and I mean this because I've waited long enough. I'll just say it now. EC3 and everybody involved in this project, if you are involved in this and you think this is a good idea, get some damn help. I don't care what you have to do. Get some counseling, get some therapy, get some
lithium.
I don't care what you have to do, but do it. Because this is like
I was initially excited for this, but then I looked into it more and I was like, wow, this is so decentralized, messed up.
Yeah.
And then you started bringing in people that people blacklisted from the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, I'm not necessarily against that really, because like, listen, not everybody like
I get everybody, but hear me out.
Worst, you know?
But here's the funny thing. Also relates to the rant room and why it's dead on arrival. Here's what happened. Hey, Kurt, will you be in Dallas on March 31st, 2022? I'm running a show called Control Your Narrative, and we'd love to have you on board as such as a controversial character. Also, nice try with the Ligma joke, but you'll have to try a little harder to get me. And then Kurt responded saying this, not Kurt Angle, another Kurt wrestler. Hello, I love to work with you, and I've already been in Dallas that week. And I did think you'd be too smart for that, but Joe told me that you fall for it, LMAO. Joe Mama, my booking fee is Austin Aries gets vaccinated. And EC3 blocked Kurt.
Oh boy, this is already going.
And you want to go through 5 minutes with someone screaming at you in a ranch room.
Dude. Let me explain something to you just for a second.
Oh my gosh.
He wanted Aries. Aries said, fuck that. The guy who has probably been canceled the most and completely just destroyed him. He's already ruined this. You can't come back. It's over. It's done. You can't come back from this. You haven't even gotten off the ground yet. Fold up shop now. It's done. I can't believe.
As I try to restore a little bit of order and sanity to this.
Like I said, EC3, the guy who created the rant rooms, blocked someone because they hurt his feelings.
Yeah, this is gonna go great.
Because how dare he say, hey, can Austin Aries can't stop being a vaccinated psychopath with conspiracy theories about the government? And can Flip Gordon please shut the hell up?
I'm definitely going to put a time step on this, Simon, because I feel like people are going to lose their minds on this shit.
Oh, did you hear what Flip Gordon said? And when I heard this, I was like, oh, Flip, why? Why do this?
Flip did a flip.
Flip Gordon, who's also part of Control Your Narrative, once again spreaded horrible information.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care.
I know.
I don't.
But he goes ahead and says how COVID-19 is not killing people. Weak immune systems and bad doctors are. The tests are really.
I mean, it is, and we know it is, and I mean,
the death count is false. Masks are useless. Hand sanitizers are toxic. Vaccines are poison, and the government and media are lying. And I'm that guy that's just like, Flip, Austin Aries, can you please, for all that is holy, if you cared what remains of your careers, shut up.
This is the internet. Nobody knows how to shut up, but I'm going to try and shut this thing down with this. People need to learn to think and act rationally. And if the internet causes you to act in a rather erratic way, you need to stop being a part of this world of social media and get back to what life is supposed to be.
I could do a meme real quick to add to that, Noah, to add to your point.
Oh, shit.
Stop it. Get some help.
Actually, I like that. Suppose that. And this message brought to you by James Hebert.
Please get help. Okay.
Yeah. Quote.
James so anyways, Vince called all the people that worked for him dead weight.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Vince McMahon tried to show a bit of his human self on a special.
He has humanity? I don't believe.
Yeah, look, I'm just trying to call what you would think this platform would be with anybody on there. And of course, I'm talking about the Pat McAfee show live. Apparently, he and Vince had a 90-minute conversation, and I heard bits about that. Particular bit that you just talked about was the people that he released, he called dead weight. He also talked about, though, how it's like when he looks at who's in the company, he looks at the audience, giving the audience what they want, how audience reacts to stuff. He also talks about how he reacts to stuff and how he doesn't really look at heart, basically, in his business and conversations. He just looks at business in everything.
Before you say something, you want to know what he did say, though? And when I heard this, I was like, yeah, Vince, that's a complete lie, and I'll get to you for that in a second. But he said this: it's nothing personal; it's just business. Okay,
yeah, bullshit.
Let me say something about that. Okay, so Vince from the Monday Night War documentary series, what would you like to say? My business is personal.
Thank you.
So you're living a self-contradiction.
You know what? You hit the nail on the head. I was literally going to say that. I heard, take it from a person who literally listened to the entire Pat McAfee interview.
Oh,
I listened to it. I listened to it because I'm a fan of Pat McAfee and I love his show. And I'm not even a fucking sports guy I'm not that deep into it, but his show's entertaining. I listened to it. I didn't believe a word this fucker said. Not a fucking word did I believe from this goddamn grandpa. Not a fucking word. This guy is lying to all of you. For anybody that believes in a fucking word he says, every action that he has shown in the last 2 decades proves otherwise.
Like if you go back to 50, if you go back to 5 decades, he basically would be on the level of horrible corporate leaders.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I don't buy in a word. I don't buy a word that this guy said. If he truly listened to the fans, quote unquote, then there wouldn't be 200 some odd fucking people that have been released, all of which, or at least a good half, would have been future fucking stars for that company if you played your cards.
Yes, but if he had listened to fans and by extension the wrestlers, there wouldn't be a need for AEW.
Yeah, exactly. So I would love to know how you are listening to your fans when you have constantly shit on the fans' opinions for years. 4 years. You want to go back to like everybody says, oh, well, he listened to the fans back in the Attitude Era. No, he didn't have a choice. He had his back up against the wall. If he didn't let the wrestlers do what they wanted, which was essentially, by the way, listen to the fucking fans, then they wouldn't have fucking lasted. Period. That's it. And then the minute they fucking crushed their competition, they went right back to the fucking status quo again. The only reason why it was still bearable for a few more years after that was because of the fucking SmackDown 6. And you tell me that's wrong.
I was a SmackDown guy. Like I said, I wasn't a Raw guy. King, were you a Raw or SmackDown guy?
I was a SmackDown guy through Team Blue all the way.
And if you recall from Paul Heyman himself in WWE backed documentaries, he said, and a lot of people didn't really like that SmackDown kicked Raw's ass for 2 years.
Because SmackDown was now considered the bigger show or the bigger investment.
And what did they do to Paul Heyman? They fucking punished him for it. They took him out the
dare
SmackDown
you do a
creative
good job.
They took him out the SmackDown creative team. They brought back ECW just to fucking cannibalize that and kill that off. That's what they did. They punished him for beating Raw. That's exactly what they did. And tell me that's wrong. Because I'll tell you right now. You want to know how I know you're right? The earliest fucking videos.
James is on rant. You gotta hold on, Eric.
On WWE on YouTube. I'll tell you what they are. They're Bill and Doug. Go to RVD Tito for life. They started that fucking trend ages ago. RVD Tito for life did. That's the earliest fucking video on this fucking platform that said this shit sucks. 2006 that was. It's now 2022. What the fuck's changed? If it didn't change back in the fucking 90s when they were doing the worst business they ever did, period, then what the fuck do you think makes this any different than it was in 95? I'd argue creatively it's a lot fucking worse off. And that's unacceptable. They have some of the best talent in the fucking world, and they've done nothing with it. Cesaro, who I criticized on the fucking rundown not even a fucking month ago, he just fucking left. A world caliber fucking athlete who speaks fucking 7 different languages, and you don't know what the fuck to do with that guy? Fuck out of here. Fucking complete, absolute narcissist. And then you want to fucking come on here and say, oh, I listen to the fucking fans. I don't believe a word you fucking said. I don't believe in a word you said.
I got 3 points to make on this whole stuff you said. 1, the whole SmackDown debacle happened again a decade later with Ryan Ward. He kicked Raw's ass, and he was punished for it, and they put him with Road Dogg. And they said, fuck everything you did, screw it all up.
Yep.
Number two, Triple H's entire NXT run was completely dismantled, so
because it was better than Raw and SmackDown.
Yes, it was. It was our alternative within that company itself for us as professional wrestling fans and what we were looking for in a quality product.
Yes, and number 3.
Rest in peace to our NXT, not this NXT 2.0 Rainbow Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards bullshit. But anyway,
okay, I triggered King. Whoops.
Number 3, I get to say this. WWE apparently made a lowball offer because they didn't care about having him around. They were ready to get rid of him.
Yeah, of course they were.
So Cesaro was like, fine, you don't want me? I'll leave.
Fuck you. I'll go somewhere where they actually
so long, and thanks for all the fishes.
Well, again, it's like, okay, we got working hands, but what working hands can we actually utilize still? Dolph Ziggler.
Exactly. Oh yeah, the guy they fucking couldn't figure out a cool name for, so they named him after a fucking Nazi without the A. Great. By the way,
when I heard that, I was like, I can never look at Ziggler again.
Yeah, right.
But when Vince brought up the dead weight comment, I said this: was Braun Strowman a dead weight when he was selling you a catchphrase with the "get these hands" stuff and the "I'm not finished with you"
highest
stuff?
Selling T-shirt on WWE.
Yes. Was Roman dead weight when he told you, "I'm leaving unless you take this stuff seriously," and you tried to act like he never existed for 3 months? Was Wyatt dead weight when he was generating hot sale after hot sale after hot sale for everything he gave you, and you went ahead
despite how many times you tried to fuck him up, by the way,
and you decide, no, we're going to turn everything you did into garbage, and we're going to give it all to Alexa Bliss. No blame on her. She's just forced to deal with a bad hand. And here's my other response. Were the roster dead weight when you left them for potential danger in Saudi Arabia?
Is the roster dead weight? Is the roster dead weight when Nia fucking Jax comes out on a goddamn interview and says that locker room is fucking miserable?
Yeah.
Quoted.
Oh, yeah. And here's another thing. Was Shane McMahon, your own flesh and blood, just dead weight to you when he was getting heat for the Rumble that you were booking and meticulously dismissed?
To oblivion to the point where Shane McMahon didn't even know his own number.
And Randy Orton took his number. And then Randy Orton and Shane accidentally switched numbers. And is Triple H to you, Vince, dead weight when you dismantled everything he gave you when he got sick, and therefore you found the perfect excuse to get rid of everything?
Vince McMahon, and quote me when I say this, Vince McMahon is the biggest lying hypocritical piece of carny shit I've ever seen in the entire professional wrestling history. Period. This shit is all a fucking lie. Everything that he has ever said. You don't have to be a fucking genius to pick apart everything that he said in this Pat McAfee interview, which I watched all of, by the way.
I watched nothing.
Displeasure of watching that. And the only reason I even watched it was because I was morbidly curious, because before that, I was just watching Michael Cole talk about fucking sports. And I thought it was fucking interesting because I never hear Michael Cole talk about anything else, and it sounded great. It was the most natural I've heard Michael Cole in fucking years.
Considering he's been in WWE for over 20 plus years.
And he's almost deaf because Vince
and then Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was also like a morbid curiosity. I just ended up having fun with that because Brock was actually entertaining.
I have a personality.
Vince is a fucking lying sack of shit.
Well, there is one thing I did want to bring up. I'm surprised you haven't brought this up yet. Vince said he expected more from his family when running WWE.
That I couldn't believe those.
Just say you hate your son-in-law.
Actually came out of his fucking mouth. I was dumbfounded.
Just say you hate your family.
Yes. In case your brain's processing this, Noah, I'll repeat this again. This motherfucker literally said, like the stupid fuck that he doesn't even realize he is, I'm disappointed that my family didn't do more with my company.
Triple H had a cardiac event.
So that means Triple H, Shane McMahon, and Stephanie. All of them.
And Stephanie, the chief brand officer. Okay, wow.
I guess we know who's not running the fucking company anymore. Gotta take any fucking worry that Stephanie's ever gonna run the company, and take every fucking hope that Shane and Triple H will. Throw that out the fucking window.
Who knows what the future will be for the WWE once Vince passes on and we see what happens when he's no longer in place.
He said something about that. He said that if he ever starts passing away, he wants to say thank you. And I'm curious to know who he wants to say thank you to.
Thank you.
No, I understood. See, that's the fucked up part. That's probably the only thing he was truly honest about. Truthfully, this is probably the only thing. Because, like, say what you will about it, but like he's basically thanking for the opportunity that he got or whatever. That's about the only thing he was probably honest about.
So basically thanking life for what it has allowed him to do.
Yes, which is mostly destroy lives and build an empire.
Yeah, but at least
still living.
It was the only honest take I have fucking heard from him. Was that everything else was
a fucking Grim Reaper before I thank Vince.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a dark. Wow, this is the dark episode. The darkest episode.
And then apparently,
I'll just split the two parts: the darkness and the brightness. But continue down this road.
It's good that we're doing the brightness here. But
I always save the good stuff for last. You know me.
Fuck me. If this wasn't bad enough, here's one big part of this fucking interview that I don't know if you even got a quote of, Eric, but here's one, right? He tells a story that JR told him that apparently they really wanted to. There were promoters during the territory days when he was raiding everybody's fucking territory and trying to put them out of business.
Yeah, I heard that.
Cold turkey, like that he was gonna. They were planning. They had people in the mob trying to off him. True story.
That sounds about right.
Good Lord.
And then
you want to know how I know why I don't agree
with that. I don't agree with that just because you're putting everybody else in harm's way when you do shit like that anyway. But and JR was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be an accomplice to murder. So he's putting his feet like on the toilet seat, and this is actually kind of funny. Unfortunately, like, because it is the way he describes it. Actually, like I can see JR describing it this way. As he's doing that and trying to make himself invisible to the promoters that are trying to plan Vince McMahon's funeral, pretty much, Mother Nature calls, and he's that's the ticket right there and then at the toilet.
My God.
So him trying to hold back, like, and not make noise, or nope, that's out the window. Gone.
I shouldn't laugh at that. Jeez.
I shouldn't either, but it was fucking funny. I'm like, God damn.
But here's the thing. You want to know why I believe that back then people were threatening Vince and wanting to get rid of him because he did what he did? You want to know why I believe it?
What?
Go ahead.
Because Vince has been bold enough to have wrestlers from those days go on his documentaries and say what you think about me. And I recall Michael P.S. has said this in the AWA video where he revealed, I had conversations with people saying, hey, he's going to make these things about where they make them cartoon characters. He should be shocked. This will never last. It will never work. And I was like,
and that was the only thing about it. It's like, listen, I don't necessarily agree because like,
I agree. We shouldn't be plotting no one should be plotting his death. I mean, like, really plotting to arrest him, but that's a different matter.
Yes, I agree.
And that's more so an opinion. Okay.
Now here's no, it ain't. There's so many things that he's done where he should be in fucking jail.
True, but I'm just saying everybody's thought comes from opinion, but it doesn't mean the opinion isn't supported by facts. Anyway.
No, I know that. I'm just pointing out that there are facts that should land him in jail. They just won't do it because he's Vince for some fucking reason.
I'm Vince McMahon, damn it.
But the thing about it is like, you see, that makes them know better because that means they would have just fucking shoved their style down everybody's throats until they couldn't do it anymore. Which is why the best wrestling promoter that's ever existed is Tony Khan. Because he's trying to literally do everything and anything.
Tony Khan is not the typical wrestling booker I think people have seen in this industry. He truly cares about this. He is a fan. He hasn't worked in the game, but he's followed the game his whole life, per se. And he literally broadcasts it whenever he comes forward in calls, in interviews, and the content he brings forward to us too. With that being said, gentlemen, I think we definitely talked a lot about the industry and the crazy, unbalanced, unstable, disturbing, rather illogical parts. Why don't we go ahead now and turn to the most positive aspect of our love in professional wrestling, and that is all elite wrestling. So,
okay, I get to start this off. with the perfect way to do it.
Well, okay, Eric, I'll let you go ahead and say what's on your mind regarding AEW.
CM Punk is wrestling his former self, the one that everyone wanted back. The angry, bitter, hate-filled, always has a chip on his shoulder, and he sees that in MJF. I am the devil himself, and all of you stupid, mindless people fell for it. 2022, I'm going to show you and all these mindless sheep that I'm the devil himself.
2005 reincarnated. One of many matches to come this freaking show that is going to absolutely steal the entire thing. And again,
hello, is this thing on?
The fuck?
Oh, God.
Hello.
What in the world? Who is this?
It is Danhausen. I am here to run down the card for Sunday's AEW Revolution card. Yes, very nice, very evil. You were talking about CM Punk and MJF. I know both men very personally. They are big celebrity friends of mine. I believe they will tear the house down. But let's talk about the rest of the card before we get to that big evil match that they will have, which is that dog collar match. Let's begin with the buy-in. We got the first buy-in match with Hook taking on that QT Marshall fellow. He seems very, very angry because the student actually succeeded. Carney me once, shame on you. Carney me twice, Hook won't have it. Yes, so Hook is gonna go after the Carney, and he's gonna do some very nice, very evil things, I'm sure, to QT Marshall.
Mr. Soprano, I like to call him.
Yeah. Mr. Soprano, oh boy. I think Mr. Soprano, that fellow may have let himself go. Layla, legit, Layla. God damn it. Legit Layla. Legit Layla Hirsch versus that alien from Andromeda. I think she's from. That's a interesting deal. I like that. I would say.
Okay. Danhausen, I got a question.
Oh shit!
Oh damn! I knew this was coming.
Who is that? The Neo Reality Entertainment fellow. Yes. Well, what is your question?
Okay, I'm just gonna ask. Did you ever ask Chris Statlander why on earth did she say such horrible things about the orphanage?
Oh.
I will say that we did have a conversation about it. Me, Orange, and her. We kind of talked about it. She went a bit too far. Me personally, I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie, very nice, very evil. But Orange Cassidy had a bit of a problem with that. So it's a very, very complicated situation. I'll have more information on private. Mr. Neo, is that your name? I don't know.
Yes.
Is that your name? Neo? Okay. I call you Neo. It's like Mio, the drink for water and turns to flavor. So I'll call you Neo the Mio. Okay.
No. I will sue you.
Well, goddamn. Danhausen can't afford the lawsuit. Okay. I will call you Mr. Neo then. Okay. Next on the agenda, we now have.
Oh God.
When we then have the 6-man tag team match that was just added from this week's Rampage. We got the Death Triangle and a bigger and faster, or bigger, just bigger, Ray Phoenix. He's turned into Eric Redbeard. Oh my God. He will be taking on the House of Black Fellows. They are very nice and very evil. They even scare me. God damn. Oh, wait. No swearing. Fuck. Oh, shit.
Damn it, Danhausen. It's not like I'm on side, but shit, you're going to give me a strike.
And you just cursed Noah.
No swearing.
Oh, well, fuck.
I said no swearing. But yes, that should be an interesting 6-man tag team affair. Very, very nice, very evil on both sides. Now that I think about it, that Alex Abrahantes, I think he stole my gimmick, brother. I think he stole my gimmick. Just minus the face paint. We also have the TBS Championship match. Jane Cargill, Tay Conti. Oof.
Big oof. Danhausen?
As that JR fellow used to say, it should be bowling shoe ugly in one way or the other. We don't know how bad or good it could be. Should be an interesting.
Not sure you can say ugly when you're looking at these two women in the ring. Hello.
Okay, that is fair. That is fair.
You can't. Yeah, you can't really say ugly.
Yeah, I would say so. They're very,
very
nice.
Very nice,
very pretty. Very nice, very pretty. We
very
got
booty.
Very booty. Absolutely very booty. We got John Moxley versus Danielson of Bryan fellow. This could go either way. A lot of these matches could go either way.
Polarizing.
Indeed. Eddie Kingston versus Chris Jericho. The influencer versus the man who influences pain. I like Eddie Kingston. I hope he wins. Dr. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. Oh boy.
Hold up, Danhausen. Danhausen, hold up 1 second. Meltzer, what did you say? Oh
shit. Got Meltzer in here.
King's here. I had to hop on. I got through talking with Meltzer. So Meltzer, you want to say that she's injured? Yeah. How come did she rebuke your rumor then? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a liar. Damn liar.
Oh.
Anyways, continue, Danhausen.
The credibility of wrestling journalism and the believability that people put forward behind it.
That's why you all should subscribe to Love That Danhausen. Yes. That's the most credible news source in the IWC today. Very nice, very evil. We got,
as I'm here now.
We also have TNT title match. We got Christian Cage versus that Cassidy fellow, my best friend, my current celebrity friend, versus Wardlow versus Keith Lee versus Powerhouse Hobbs, I think his name is Will Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know. You got also Ricky Starks. He's there.
He's there.
He looks
hey, put some credit. He's the FTW champion, right?
Listen, I don't like how he looked at my friend Orange Cassidy.
Hey, Danhausen, I have a question.
Yes. What's your name? King Atrin. Yes.
Who do you predict to have as your 7th participant in this
I don't think there's gonna be one.
Match on Sunday?
I don't think there's going to. Didn't that TK fellow say there wasn't going to be one?
Yeah, according to what I read, he said that he was going to put Sky in it, but I guess he and Lambert had negotiations, so Sky's going to face the TNT champion, which is Sammy Guevara.
Yes, that other girl named Paige from the MMA world. She's getting a contract in exchange for.
Yep, I like to welcome.
Yes.
I like to welcome
Danhausen. I got something I need to request something for you.
Yes, Mr. Neo, go.
So this is our buddy King, and this is also our buddy Noah. They like Yano, so name one of them Yano Jr.
My anxiety! You bring up that fucking spoiler! Thank the Jesus that Taiji beat that Decaman! But I digress.
Why did you have to
Why does my friend Toriano make you so angry, Mr. Noah?
It's the spoiler of professional wrestling and its logic.
Okay.
But Mr. Danhausen, I like to personally welcome Paige Van Zant to Team King, as Team King's team has grew basically from Ty Conti to Rebel, and now we add the newest addition, Paige Van Zant.
Oh wait, that's right. You have a faction of all the bootylicious women.
Right? Oh gosh, we just went backwards.
God. Yes, we did. Destiny's Child.
Okay, so King is gonna do an impromptu MC Hammer music video. Clearly, the baby got back at this point. Stay tuned for that, folks.
Can you get a ticket for Danhausen as a part of that? Whatever that.
I will get you. I will get you a ticket, Mr. Danhausen. As I had to correct my good friend Noah, my good brother Noah here. It is not MC Hammer. It is Sir Mix-a-Lot. Get your musicians straight.
Oh yeah, Bosh. I forgot MC Hammer can't touch this.
Absolutely cannot touch this. And Mr. King Atrin, you're a good man. You're a good man. Now. We shall go and review and run down the rest of the card. We also have Red Dragon. I don't know why they spell it weird.
It's
not proper English. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I don't know why they don't call them Jurassic Express. I guess because Marco Stunt decided to go and hide. I wonder if he's with that Hornswoggle fellow. And then the Young Bucks. Very Bucks. I don't know. It could go either way there. We also got CM Punk versus MJF. Yes, very nice, very even kind of match. I like it. And then we have that the second trios match of the night. Matt Hardy and Andrade, whatever the AHFO, is that what they're called?
Too many layers. AHFO though at this point.
They were trying to get that Darby Allin fellow, but I think they confused me with Darby Allin. It was weird. They'll be taking on Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Sting. And then the final main event of the very nice, very evil Revolution. Hangman Page versus Adam Cole. So Adam Page and Adam Cole. Battle of the Adams. Yes. Very nice. Very Adam. All right, Danhausen, can you get the fuck out of the... No! It's my time!
When did Danhausen invade this platform?
Dang, I didn't expect to see Danhausen here.
Well, I mean, hey, one time Alex was so confused he thought Danhausen was Dasha. So, I mean, James and Danhausen almost sound the same.
Just damnation bomb that motherfucker to oblivion. All right. Anyway, I'm
yeah,
back.
Great. Now you're cursed forever. Don't bring that forward to us. All right.
Anyway. No, he tried to curse me. It didn't work though.
Yeah, but I guess he must be like John Moxley, too tough. But yes, folks. For those that don't know, James, he's different, and also we're all fans.
He made me lose the cover for my battery. Damn it.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Very shame.
He made me drink this new Mountain Dew Spark. So
I'm not a big fan of like fizzy raspberry lemonade. What the fuck has happened to this platform?
We've lost our minds.
Yeah, clearly, and I'm the straight edge one here. But anyway, I digress. But yes, folks, we believe it or not, we're actually here to try and talk a little bit of logic and definitely invested interest in the compelling storylines, actions, not booties, but incredible high intensity of both the men and women, of both the men and women that are going to be showcased on All Elite Wrestling. So with that being said, let's go ahead and try and talk about this card a little bit based on the wrestling we're about to see. So Tony Khan decided to drop one more match.
You guys continue. While you continue, I need to find my battery cover for my headphones.
I knew Danhausen
literally made me lose.
Yep.
That's brilliant. All right. Well, yeah, you could just, do your thing and we'll just watch your screen. That being said, so yeah, the very first match it looks like we have here is a grudge match that went from professional to personal in a hurry, and it almost feels like Chris Statlander said she's going to show the side of her. Maybe she'll evolve into a xenomorph, but I'm very curious here. With the push, it seems they've been giving legit Layla Hirsch so far lately, and the way she's been getting her wins, including off Red Velvet that I saw live at Beach Break. Kind of got mixed feelings about this match, but I still feel like they might give Chris the win here. Do you guys have anything further to add as far as this match goes, and what could be next for either woman?
I was on a YouTube episode with Cameron Johnson. Shout out to you for having me on your CJ&E podcast yesterday to fill it for your man Earl to represent ATW. We were talking about this yesterday, and you saying you got Chris winning. I might have to, disagree with you on that, and I got legit Layla Hirsch here, and I'm gonna say what I said yesterday on his podcast. I feel like Chris right now is like a star, like to where she can afford to take a loss here and build up legit Layla Hirsch a little bit more and get her name out there more. Besides, her work from doing NWA Empower and all that other stuff. So I feel like legit Layla Hirsch should get the win here and basically have her get her built up to where she's championship material. That's what I feel like should happen.
It's a fair argument considering, Eric, we saw Chris Statlander challenge already for the women's title back at All Out, losing effort. And this is legit her first time on technically pay-per-view because it is the buy-in. But and Jericho was the one that brought legit Hirsch forward. And it looks like right now they are trying to do something with her. Do you see this maybe being a one-off and Chris just gets the win here? Or does Layla get the win here? Does it go into a DQ? What's your thoughts regarding this women's contest?
Just a good match. I honestly have no opinion on this kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, it's just one of those things that's kind of like a grudge. You're not sure which way it's going, but it also brings.
No, my only thought is, what the heck, Chris?
Yeah, Chris is the face in this, right?
Yeah, she is. She's the baby face in this.
And she attacked legitly the Hirsch's.
I disagree.
You disagree? Well, I guess we'll see what happens with that. But again, there is a reason to believe either woman can win this. So either way, it should be a good grudge match. And I'm curious what Chris Statlander says she brings differently. And will her emotions get the better of her? Because it seems like right now, the more emotionally driven person, he found it, is Chris Statlander. So we'll see what happens with this match. Okay, do I need to say anything else but these two words regarding this match? Send Hook! And they did.
Wait, hold on. I didn't predict yet.
Go ahead.
I pick Layla Hirsch. It's her time.
Yep.
Yeah, I What the fuck? How is she How is she not the babyface here? Damn it, Statlander! Why did you go after the orphan? Maybe that's the gimmick. She doesn't realize how offensive that is, and because she's an alien, like she can get.
I'll say, yeah, she's not human, right? She's the galaxy's greatest alien, so maybe she doesn't know the identity.
I mean, like Vince thinks he's the good guy, and yet he acts like a dictator.
No. Vince is a 74-year-old senile old.
Hey, I'm convinced. Hey, listen, I'm convinced he could be an alien.
He 76. Looks like one.
Oh, 76. 76-year-old senile fuck. Sorry.
Listen. I think he could be an alien though. Look, have you seen him lately?
Welcome, folks, to ATW After Dark. That being said, okay, so we're split on that. Honestly, though, you guys might have swayed my logic because I do want to see more of what could come forward with legitly the Hirsch.
Eric, did you actually predict it? What's your prediction?
Yeah, well, from a storyline perspective, I think legit Layla Hirsch should get the win. If for no other reason than just to do a double turn.
Yep.
I agree.
Well, you thinking like Chris Statler needs a different character direction?
Well,
a heel alien.
A heel alien, but her leaving the best friends?
Well, like at this point, like
I don't know if you need to go that way, but maybe you'd like have them like sit down in a funny segment, like you do realize what you said was fucked up, right? It's like, and then just have her say, but it could be factual, like she may have made their parents very upset. That's how we would do it in my galaxy. And I'm like, yeah, but this is Earth. You don't say that. That's not how this works.
You realize they're kind of in a lose-lose situation because then the tribals are going to say, but you said legitimate sports-based wrestling.
Listen, I like good sports entertainment when it's done right, okay?
Fair. That's fair. But the thing about
here's my counterpoint to every time when people say it's not realistic that there's an alien in wrestling. Okay, here's my counterpoint.
The Undertaker.
You have a literal zombie and a man that controls fire.
Zombie. Shout out to the Cranberries. That being, I am still getting copyright strike for this shit. I don't give a damn. Chris Statlander having a different direction, maybe AEW, but she is the bigger star, but also legitimately her straight shooter. I can see this going either way, but story-wise, you're right. It maybe makes more sense for Leia to win, but I think about the more established name, and I don't think this is going to be a one-off. So I do have Chris winning. I'm just going to stand with that. Now, does anyone believe Mr. Suprema has a chance in hell against
Hirsch? I also refer to legit Layla Hirsch as full-time Ronda.
Yeah,
you're not wrong there.
I agree. And yeah, let's just say it, Hook.
Does anything else need to be said? It's fucking Hook.
I mean, since we watched Rampage of Serena Deeb, and yes, I did the stopwatch for you, my good sir. It was 59 seconds. 59 seconds was that match between Serena Deeb and Layla Gray, and I have a feeling it will be exactly that. 59 seconds to 2 minutes.
Wow. QT Marshall, a guy with over 17 years of wrestling experience, can't even go 5 minutes with Hook, and he says he's the one that brought Hook forward.
I believe QT Marshall will win. That fellow can be quite sneaky.
Wait, Danhausen's back?
Danhausen, I will fucking strangle you.
Well, hey, okay, polar opposites. So
I'll leave then. Jesus.
Well, time to be another Mountain Dew Spark.
Oh, I need to go get me another one.
Shut the door on your way out, jackass.
You are so cursed. You dummy. All right. Well, that was super easy. So this impromptu trios match from the Dark Priest summoning Eric Redbeard. The house always wins, right? Is the house winning here? Considering this is the first time we're seeing the house in trios action. Is this really a one-off with the Death Triangle that are trying to do anything just to overcome the house? Where are we going with this?
Well, in my professional opinion, I have an opinion on this.
Please elaborate.
I think this is the last time the House of Black will be dealing with the two members of Death Triangle and Redbeard, but we could still get Ray Phoenix to show up and save the day and battle Malachi Black, and Ray Phoenix can transform.
The only issue with that is then you're kind of fucking over the House of Black. You don't want to Bray Wyatt this situation.
Yeah, and Buddy Matthews just came in too, and this is his AEW.
Yeah, except he wouldn't join. It'd just be an awesome match, and most likely Ray Phoenix would be bending his bodies in ways that would make me question all human anatomy.
We've been saying that for how long right now that Ray Phoenix's body is not normal. He's made of rubber. I'm just saying.
Saying this for
but yeah, as a member of the House of Black with a Malachi Black t-shirt, I have to say that the House will win here, one way or another.
The House shall win.
They will be humble.
Always and shall win on Sunday.
Yeah, they will be humbling them with violence. But here's the thing.
That said, as long as Eric Rowan does that cool-ass suplex and that fucking leg lariat, I'm happy.
I'm just happy to see Eric Redbeard back. He's awesome.
Yeah.
There's just one thing I'm hoping for. And this is just from a personal perspective. I'm hoping on the next BTE, Eric Redbeard is doing a skit with the Dark Order.
Yes, I agree.
John Silver has a moment, and maybe John Silver stuck his papers thrown in his face. But Eric Redbeard doesn't know necessarily what the papers mean because that wasn't his thing. Papers. Anyway. All right. Well, anyway, as we talk about humility and being humble, after Ty Conti pumped kicked that bitch in the face on Rampage, I know King's going to lead this off. TBS Championship. Ty Conti, your favorite King. I know you'll be unbiased here, I'm sure. Goes after the TBS Championship against the currently undefeated with a 28-0 streak, Jade Cargill. Smells like money, looks like money, is money. King, you're first on this one. Is your girl the next TBS champion? And does it happen as soon as this Sunday?
No.
I hate to say this, and y'all know when I take a sigh of breath like that, you know it can only mean one thing. She does, and as much as I am a fan of hers,
I'm well aware.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Called it.
Not because of the fact that Jade has been improving in the ring. We already knew that she had the charisma down pat since her debut. We already knew about that.
Yeah, when she took on Street Brandy.
It was just her in-ring work that needed to be developed, and it's been developing. Like every single match that you watch from Jade, it's getting better and better, and everybody knows who she's being trained by Bryan Danielson. And even Fightful came out and said that Jade and Bryan have been studying British wrestling this week.
Oh shit!
So like,
I think it's over. Jade. It's Jade.
It's Jade. I mean, if you have Bryan show you different styles and of country, like different countries of wrestling, like British, Japan, and United States wrestling, yeah, it's game over. I'm giving it to Jade here. I'm giving it.
Guys, King, let me reassure you on one thing. I give it 150 days. Ty Conti will become the AEW Women's World Champion after Thunder Rosa.
Look at this guy dictating the friggin' future. Somebody.
I shall dictate the future, and I will take Kenny for your thoughts. His title as the Notre Dame of wrestling, since he somehow predicted Walter's Gunther Stark stuff.
I will hold you up to that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be holding you that as well. But that being said, I gotta agree, but so far, Jade Cargill, she has not really shown anything technical. So the fact she's studying British wrestling now has me even more intrigued with Ty Conti's many disciplines in, Muay Thai, judo, and wrestling as well. And she also can be very technical, but she's also probably the most stiffest striker and all-around well athlete in AEW. So this is definitely gonna be Jade Cargill's toughest match to date and probably longest. But I do have Jade retaining too. And I don't think it's going to be as easy as it Jaded. James, your thoughts?
Hey, whatever you do, win or lose, please do hip swivel. Thank you. And send the check.
Oh, good grief almighty. You too. Again, I look at women in wrestling for freaking wrestling. You all look at freaking, Ty Conti, she shimmies and shows off her body. So.
Who says I don't? I look at it from both ends.
Same. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Good night, everybody.
Hold on. Oops. Well, it's not what I meant by that. I meant I bet from a beauty aspect
should,
and a wrestling aspect.
You stop with the butt things. You're going down a deeper hole. Stop it.
God damn it! You're not making it any better. I'm going down a deeper hole.
You said this ain't Allie. Okay, we're not going down.
You leave her out of this. All right, she was our last challenger, and that was very close.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Okay. This is
moving on. This is getting way out of context here. All right. Jeez. Ty Conti have a great damn match, but I got Jade for the win. 29-0. Moving on from there. Golly, freaking hell. Oh gosh. Moving on from there. A match of pure violence and a match of the year candidate. Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, the Dragon.
Speaking of holes, they'll be punctured here.
Well, that much I do agree with, and it's going to be in the head. Blood will be spilled. Will Jon Moxley finally slay the American Dragon 4th time around since these two have faced each other in their wrestling careers?
No, I got to complain about something.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Eric.
Why would you want to move on from what was already turning into a sexual escapade of desires to talk about Bryan Danielson, the fetish guy?
Because this has nothing to do with that idealism of Bryan Danielson.
You don't know that. You don't know.
I will have my chest bloodied.
I will look at this match strictly for the violent brutality and the strong style physical contest we will see that will rival, in my opinion,
probably the amount of cuts he gets on his chest when he bleeds,
and will rival, in my opinion, what Tomohiro Ishii and Shingo Takagi are going to bring in their opening round match in New Japan Cup. There, I said it.
Otherwise known as BDSM. What?
What?
Oh dear.
What?
I said
nothing. Move on.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Move on. No. Move
on.
Move on.
Oh, by the way, if anyone hasn't been on AEW's Twitter account, they posted Jon Moxley as the Batman.
I fucking love that. But that being said, I also am just going to make this.
I could totally see Moxley doing the fucking Christian Bale voice.
Oh, definitely. Can he be trusted? That being said, I had to go there. Yeah, I don't. Besides the fans, who wins this? Does this go to a 6-minute draw? I think that's highly unlikely on likelihood. But then again, these two, they're bloody insane. So I guess that is possible. James, you're
bloody insane.
Well, there you go. That being said, James, do you actually have a winner in this match?
Yes, Danielson. The fetish guy shall reign supreme. Plus, he kind of needs a win anyway, like more than Moxley. Like, Moxley's kind of already a made man, like, after his rehab. And, like, people really respect him. So, like, I think he can afford to take a loss just for that alone. I think Danielson needs to win more, to be fully honest. And, yeah.
Eric, you seem to have a thought that probably just ran in your head regarding
that. In my opinion, they're both going to win somehow, and they're going to form the ultimate faction.
Will there be a handshake? Will there be a double count? Will both men have Crimson Mass?
Say that they have to bleed with them first. I think there is going to be a winner, Eric, so you kind of have to pick.
I just still say we still win. We get a faction out of this.
Well, as long as that's the after result, I agree. I agree to that. Go ahead, James. You were having a thought.
But who wins before the faction forms?
Well, let's see. If I was the long-term booker, and I'm pretty sure the AEW does have one, I would say for now we get Bryan as the winner, and then when we eventually do the breakup of the faction, then we get Jon Moxley his win.
Like I was saying on No DQ, I feel like this is just one chapter in a continued saga with these two until Jon Moxley gets the win. In order for that to continue, I have Bryan Danielson going over as well. King, do you have an opposite thought?
Nope, I agree with all you guys here, but add it with 2 words: technical violence, because that's exactly what it means.
Yes.
That's the name of the
yes.
That should be the name of the faction: technical violence.
Well, when you got Daniel Garcia in there, it might as well be. And again, I really hope that happens, even though. Hey, King. 2-0 rules! Just kidding. That being said, Daniel Garcia, he needs to be uplifted from that duo. Hey, gotta get you at least once. All right.
2.0 snooze.
Okay, here I'm just gonna close. All right, Stone Cold. I'm just gonna close with this. 2.0 is better than 2.0.
What?
Okay, fair.
What?
Fair.
Yes,
fair.
but what? Whoa.
What? All right, moving on. All right, moving on, guys. We focus on the violent one. Let's focus on the big one. Real talk. This is going to be a fight more so for pride. One person looking for a statement. The other one is looking to disprove all the critics, maybe even himself, wrong. As the champion, the demo god, the influencer, Chris Jericho takes on Eddie Kingston 1-on-1. And after what we saw at Full Gear, I'm expecting something similar, but I'm expecting a different result. I actually have Kingston finally picking up a win in AEW.
Yes.
Amen.
I want Kingston to win.
We all want him to win, dadgummit.
Dadgummit.
Anyone else got anything to add regarding just Kingston's presence in AEW, why we think he should win, or anything regarding this match? Or Prana Powerful maybe being a factor?
Nothing to add to the match, but what the fuck is dadgummit?
Well, dadgummit, I forget where I heard that from. I don't remember. It's just something that just came to fruition. It's better than the alternative, but I digress. Real talk, Kingston, get the win. Proud Powerful, maybe you guys form your faction again, and maybe Proud Powerful are the difference maker here. But Kingston deserves this. As King puts up the sign.
Go LAX, baby.
Hey, LAX forever. Y después, 5150. All right. Moving on from there, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defends the AEW Women's World Championship against Thunder Rosa in what ultimately is the last obstacle, I feel like, before Britt can call herself the absolute dominant presence of AEW and the AEW Women's Division. This match truly has been built for the last year. When you think about what happened at St. Patrick's Smash in that unsanctioned match that put both on the map, even though it seemed like Britt maybe got more of the headlines from it. Eric, you can start off talking about this.
This is the match I said that the match, the quote I made for that match was passionate brutality.
Exactly. And it still holds up to this day. But what quote can you put towards this match where these two will absolutely do anything to get the win over the other?
Okay, that is a tough one because honestly, the build-up should have been a lot more, I feel.
You feel like they should have dragged it out to maybe double or nothing? So are you saying that this is the last?
More like they should start this whole thing a little bit earlier instead of this weird interconnected narrative, even though it didn't look like it was going to go anywhere with Jay Cargill and teaming up with Britt Baker, even though I kept wishing for that. I kept thinking like, okay, considering how their match last time they encountered each other, shouldn't they add a stipulation? I would have went for like, I know they can't do a ladder match because there's already a ladder match on there.
Yeah.
They can't. I honestly think they should have tried to see if they could find a way to stretch a 30-minute Iron Woman match.
I was thinking Last Woman Standing personally, because again, these two, they will not stay
That'll
down.
be their last match because they're not going to be done after this.
But here's the thing, James. Who leaves with the gold? Britt's beating everybody.
Yeah, but at the same time, the build doesn't feel like Thunder Rosa is going to win. I don't honestly know.
But considering Thunder Rosa got the pinfall win in the tag match this past Wednesday, that just throws your logic out the window.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go with Britt Baker because I don't think it's done yet. I think they're gonna have the final match at Double or Nothing. She's gonna have like a full year reign, I think, with the belt here.
Well, yeah, that's true, because even though she did come in as champion in Jacksonville, she just lost a tag match in Jacksonville as champion, being pinned by her challenger. Now, King, you love Ty Conti, but you also are a huge fan of Thunder Rosa. If I had to guess, those are your two favorites in AEW. So, you already said one. It's not her time yet. It's a time for the other.
Hold up a second. Meltzer came back. Meltzer, I thought I told you that she defuted your rumor that's saying that she was injured on Wednesday. When will you listen? Get your reports right. Still love you though for giving a 7-star match to Okada and Omega. I still got to rewatch that. Anyway, I just got through talking to Meltzer.
Star system. People tear off that.
What are these weird wrestling personalities, by the way, come to us, King? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Danhausen trying to invade my house. You got fucking Meltzer just kind of chilling there.
I got a chance to have a conversation with let's see, I'm trying to remember his name. He's signed to MLW right now.
Hammerstone?
No.
Dario Cueto.
No.
Caesar Duran.
Huh?
Caesar I said Duran. Killer Cross?
No, he was in WWE. No, that guy, he was in WWE at the time when everything was falling apart for him.
That weird mask dude that looks like a Jason Voorhees villain, but is part of Contra.
No, I got a chance to talk with Danny Limelight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. The Ray the Poppy.
But
and then 2 weeks later, he joins MLW. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Man, it really does throw the logic out the window of having Thunder Rosa beat Britt on Sunday because, like you guys said, after that pinfall tag victory over the champ itself. And if we know anything about wrestling, it's that whenever the challenger pins the champion on the go home show, you know the champion is going to basically retain at
likely, yes. I wouldn't say that's always been true, but likely, yes.
But likely 95% yes. So if they part of me feels like it will end on Sunday, but also another part of me is saying they will extend this to Double or Nothing in May. And I'm going to go with you guys here, and they're going to extend this until May. Britt's going to retain somehow with either Rebel and Jamie getting in the mix. I say it will end, but it will basically cheat to win.
See, like, we're all saying this, and
I do have one thing
so many times, but Tony's like, I'm only doing it to throw you motherfuckers out. I'm not like everybody else.
True,
that's true.
I will say this. I will say this. We didn't seem to count one important factor,
which
there's 3 on Britt Baker's side, her, legit Layla Hirsch, and Rebel.
Layla Hirsch, what?
Layla Hirsch.
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter.
I keep getting that mixed up for some reason. She looks more like a legit person.
Layla is here. Jamie is here when it comes to height.
Sorry, but anyways. As I was saying.
Yes, I know what you're saying. Numbers game. And Thunder Rosa has called out and also been wrestling somebody. Well, you broke James. Wrestling somebody. Recently, if we're wrestling to a 30-minute draw, that would be Athena, the former Ember Moon. You're thinking somebody might show up to Thunder Rosa's aid, besides saying Martinez, even the numbers, and maybe that's what leads us to finally a non-cheating Prada, in her words, as a new AEW Women's World Champion.
Yes.
Which is why I think Thunder Rosa is going to win personally. Again, guys, she beat everybody. What?
But I do have this, though, and this is why I throw in the little talk here.
Go for it.
TK bought Ring of Honor on Wednesday, correct?
Yes.
And who's the women's champ?
Thank you, Eric. You know who I'm talking about, because basically if Britt retains on Sunday, there's a certain virtuosa who holds the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship down there in Impact. And I requote Deanna's tweet when she said, interesting, and tagged Tony Khan and put AEW holding up her Reina de Reinas AAA Women's Championship and the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. Are we finally going to get that match?
In my personal opinion, we need to hold off on that match, honestly. I want them to tag team as a 2-woman power trip and go across the country and win women gold.
I agree.
I do like that optimistic idea as well. And that was another thing I was thinking about too. I just don't know yet if they would try and even initiate anything with Dr. Baker DMD and Deonna Purrazzo. Because right now Deonna Purrazzo is doing her own thing.
Keep in mind who they're feuding with, though.
keep in mind who they could all feud with, though. There's 4 of them, right? And then you have 4 on the other side. You got Thunder Rosa, Mickey James, Roxy, and God knows who
Roxy
else.
looks like she's WWE bound.
Yeah, Roxy might be WWE bound. Again, not confirmed. Don't know. Not assuming. Just saying.
What is wrong with you?
Look, people are going to choose. People are going to choose what they believe is best for them to do. We don't have to agree with it, but we shouldn't chastise them for it either.
Yeah, that's true.
And Roxy is truly a prodigy and a very bright talent and a very bright future ahead of her. I wish her all the best whatever she pursues.
I'm just saying, man, look at what they did to EC3. He's going crazy. By the way,
okay, I would like to bring that part up. I just want to bring this up for a quick sec. Remember, WWE killed EC3's passion when The Fiend lost, and then Impact Wrestling had to bring it back.
And then we have Moose versus EC3 in that Control Your Narrative match. But
and then EC3 lost his mind when he decided to say, "Hey, I have this Control Your Narrative group. Let me bring in questionable people and then make it look, and then make the Tribalist on WWE and AEW dwarf with the far right stuff I'm going to bring in."
You've been warned.
Oh, we've been warned.
Oh, that being okay. Well, that being said,
before we move on completely,
yeah,
dude, the thing that killed me, King, was your pantomime. That was the day that killed me.
What?
Well, I was like, Layla's here,
down here,
and Jamie Hayter's
up
here.
For
some reason, every time when I hear legit, I was thinking, that would be Jamie Hayter's name, legit Jamie Hayter.
I mean, she is a former member of Oedo Tai in Stardom, and again, I met her, and yeah, I agree with what you're saying to a degree. I wouldn't mind seeing those two actually go one-on-one now that I think about it.
What the hell do you call Layla Hirsch? Spiteful? Spiteful.
How about as a joke? What's another word for rowdy?
Imbuctious?
I don't know.
I don't have a thesaurus.
I'm like calling her full-time Rhonda is too long of a nickname.
Yeah, and I've heard all the Rhonda comparisons when it comes to Layla Hirsch.
Rambunctious Layla Hirsch.
I don't fucking know. Anyway, I got Thunder Rosa winning though, because I feel like, again, the third match in their feud, in over a year now, they two have kind of gone at it in and out of the ring. And yeah, Britt may not quite been to a year yet, but she's had a hell of a reign with 6 successful title defenses. And even if she's not champion, she's going to be a main focal point in AEW, period. So I got Thunder Rosa winning. And honestly, Thunder Rosa versus Layla Hirsch, based if Layla beats Chris. There you go. Okay. Moving on from there, let's go into a match that I'm sure we're definitely going to think a bit more widely about, and that is the Face of the Revolution TNT Championship qualifying ladder match, where you literally have to grab the brass ring to get the top opportunity after.
It's more real than the brass ring Vince likes to say he has.
Yeah, and there's no real brass ring there.
A brass fucking ring.
Yeah, well, at least they're gonna crash through a glass ceiling. That sounds like a GCW thing.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God.
I hope I did not just give them an idea. But
no,
anyway,
that was CCW already beat you to it though.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So we got Orange Cassidy, Wardlow, Limitless Keith Lee, Powerhouse Will Hobbs, Ricky Starks, and now Christian Cage. That's apparently our full field. And one of these men will face TNT champion after Sammy Guevara versus Scorpio Sky unfolds this Wednesday after Revolution.
I would just like to say
Jeff Hardy's
this.
the 7th guy.
Yeah, there's a surprise 7th guy be Jeff Hardy.
Okay, here's what I gotta say. This match is basically this. Hey, why do we have 2 small guys and 4 gigantic big guys ready to fight each other in a battle of giants? I'm pretty sure Vince is having having a great day with this.
Would you consider Christian
all this beef?
Would you consider Christian a big guy though?
Exactly. Like he's more
he'll probably look at Christian and say, "Wait,
look at that.
Where's Edge? Where's Edge? He's usually there with him."
Say. They have good friggin' tag team specialist. Remember from the TLC
let's be honest. This is what Vince would say. Look at that ugly fuck.
Damn. Ouch.
I would have imagined Vince would say, I would have said. I finally think Vince would say this. Why is Edge's shadow wrestling?
Ooh.
Yeah, I can imagine he think that.
Hey, here's what I'll say to that. Christian Cage, since coming to AEW, he's been a world champion for Impact Wrestling. Edge has yet to win a belt since returning.
That is true. Although, in fairness, I don't think Edge needs to win any more titles. I think he would be.
Yeah, and again, it's apples to oranges, and it's not discounting either man's credibility.
In fact, you want to know what I think Edge is tactically doing right now?
What?
He's currently being told, okay, so Big Show's gone, so we need you to flip-flop heel and face runs.
Well, imagine if Paul White was in this freaking match. Oh, Lord.
Well.
But anyway.
How many times has Edge turned face heel in the span of 1 year so far? It feels like he's done it like 4 times already.
It's a
it's a little weird to kind of think about it. And again, Christian Cage was brought in last year on Revolution as the big signing to new sign AEW, and now he's in
let me just bring that up. I don't think it was Tony Khan's fault. I feel like the fans overhyped it. You brought Dwayne Johnson into this conversation. That should have stopped when you said that.
I mean, to be fair, people also said John Cena because of the Wipeout commercials. Just saying.
Look, I know we live in a world where Hulk Hogan went to WCW, but I would like to state for the record that John Cena is John Cena and Hulk Hogan is hated by Florida.
Yes, simply put. Now, can we simply
crashing down and it hurts and sorry.
Oh God!
Indeed.
Jeff Foxworthy and Funaki singing a duet karaoke version of "Real American." Lord help us!
Don't give Vince ideas.
Too late. He probably somehow has somebody listening to this craziness. That being said, it'd be crazy to think Orange Cassidy actually knows how to climb a ladder to what we saw at Double or Nothing. Wardlow is probably the most favorable to pick here because of the story with MJF at the TNT Championship, as far as Wardlow obtaining it if he retains it. And most likely, Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks are going to try and 2-on-1 Keith Lee, which leaves Christian Cage being the guy that will try and take advantage of the opportunity. So for me, not thinking about a swerve or a seventh guy, I'm actually going with Wardlow to grab the brass ring.
Wardlow.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Wardlow. I would have said Keith Lee, but Keith Lee doesn't have a story besides than Team Taz currently.
Keith and I feel like just join Team Taz and become unlimited power with Powerhouse Hobbs.
James, that's too much power.
That's all. There is no limit to their power.
It's over 9,000. Continue, Eric.
Look, you're already going to make Palpatine go ahead and have a crazy face and have a crazy day from that. But where he goes ahead and has an electric insanity shocker on Race Windu.
Yes, do it. Give in to your power.
Do it.
Oh, good Lord. Something, dark side. Oh, all right. Enough of the Star Wars Lucasfilms type nonsense. So we're all thinking Wardlow at this point because it's the bigger story that makes the most sense.
Yes. Let the hate flow through you.
And I'm sure Danhausen will show up and try and curse everybody. Maybe even climb for Orange Cassidy. But that'll be a whole different thing.
Oh, wait. I just realized what Orange Cassidy could do.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Here we go.
What?
He's going to do somewhat with a little effort with this. It's going to take a little bit of effort from this, but hear me out. He's going to get another ladder, stack it on top of the other ladder, and then just walk on top of it and try to get to the briefcase.
So not even a stairway, just a stacked ladder to the brass ring, and you're still not going to be nowhere near it.
I'm going to climb the ladder now.
Like it's either that or he climbs on somebody.
Okay, Eric. One last question regarding Orange Cassidy: is he actually going to try in this match?
Well, let's see. Is there anybody he's currently mad at?
No.
Jay White.
Jay White.
But he's not involved in this at all.
Yeah, so if I had to take the wildest guess, I'm pretty certain he's going to have a little bit of a stare down with Keith Lee. Go ahead and do the kicks. And Keith Lee is going to be like,
just Uncle Phil, Bill him. Oh my gosh, I love that so damn much.
No, he'll do the kicks, and then he'll do like a mini Grizzly Magnum, like a Grizzly Mini.
Just two fingers, just tap the guy. Okay, we've lost all control here. Good Lord. King, anything further to add to the expected madness for this ladder match?
No, Wardlow gets the win here and grabs the brass ring. This is giving me Evolution, Triple H, Batista, WrestleMania 21 vibes here. That's all I got to say about that.
And I don't expect the accountability to show up.
Mr. Wardlow is a mystery.
Who's
going to win that brass ring?
Speaking of how you're setting like Macho Man Randy Savage, you kind of sound like him for a second.
I know. He does.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Macho Man will kill Vince if he was still alive, if he knew what Johnny Knoxville was gonna do with Sami Zayn at WrestleMania this year.
Oh yeah.
Again, WrestleMania, Johnny Knoxville. What?
For the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh no, it's not, because Ricochet beat Sami Zayn on SmackDown last night.
What?
You forget there's still Fastlane.
There's there's nothing else, man. There's nothing till WrestleMania. But hold on, time out. Did you just tell me that Ricochet is a singles champion now in main roster WWE?
That's correct.
Oh, he did win the match.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, wait, before we...
Okay.
If the match would have happened, this is what Randy would have been like.
It's just spasming out.
It's about to get me to the boiling point.
I think that's an accurate description.
Oh wait, by the way, I'm going to just point this out for legit Layla Hirsch.
No, rambunctious Layla Hirsch.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
She's going to have a longer match than Ronda Rousey this week.
Oh,
that is probably accurate.
You're giving that away.
Do you want to know why I say that?
Why?
Oh, no. Her and Sonya Deville went at it, and it was only 3 minutes.
I don't give a damn about my reputation. I'm
about to say, buy-in, 1 hour, women's match, guarantee you'll at least go double than that. And I'm going for double digits. I got at least 10 minutes out of these two. This is going to be a fun
getting
match.
6 minutes at least. It's still double.
Yeah, but again, women's wrestling, the outlook of it still needs work. But hey, 3 women matches on this show alone. Kudos to AEW. And 2 of them are titles. Speaking of titles and 2s and, well, not traditional. King, I'm going to give you this one. AEW World Tag Team Championship Triple Threat, as Jurassic Express's Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus will defend the titles against Red Dragon, what I gave, and the Young Bucks. And you saw what happened at the end of Rampage, where each one got a title, and Kyle O'Reilly, yeah, he still can freaking rock that guitar, man. I love that. But only one team can be the champions. You can't be co-champions. I'm going to say right now, I say Jurassic Express retains because Red Dragon and Young Bucks are going to kill each other.
I agree.
Yeah, I think Jurassic Express is going to win.
Jurassic Express is going to win here because
I just remembered something. I'm like, could technically they still both Red Dragon and Young Bucks be champion because they can use the Freebird rule?
That's only if you truly have a unified front. And as far as I'm concerned,
yeah, King, I know. I'm just pointing out that no one's brought that up on AEW.
Well, probably because those that follow BT like me and King clearly can see they're not on a united front. Adam Cole, baby, rolls with Red Dragon. The Young Bucks roll with the Stooge. Anyway,
exactly.
Continue,
plus,
King.
Like I was saying, like I do see like Jurassic Express retaining here, but only because They're going to like Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. They're going to team up in somehow shape or form. They're going to team up in this match, and then they're going to basically kill each other. And then Jurassic Express is going to retain by Red Dragon, costing the Young Bucks like taking for having the Young Bucks take the pin, or Young Bucks having Red Dragon take the pin. That's how I see it's going to go.
I got it. They're gonna pull FTR versus DIY
versus Offers of Pain. It's non-elimination though, but I see exactly what you're saying. And I still watched that match. That was a damn good match.
Oh, the glory days of Black and Gold, and then Vince wanted to piss on it.
R.I.P. my NXT. It's not called TakeOver. Call it EXP with your level up bullshit.
I remember AOP. They were so good.
Yeah, now they disappeared.
Scum and Razor.
By the way,
and then they ruined it by having Drake Maverick piss himself.
Yeah, I remember that.
Continue, Eric.
Speaking of the NXT stuff, I know 2.0 is not your NXT, but I'm just going to say
Drake Maverick just got hired back, but continue.
Yeah, for creative.
Let's see how far that goes.
So basically, his job is to be blamed for everything Vince does. Got it.
New fall guy.
You dumb.
James, you don't have the bottle.
No,
calm down.
Calm
down.
Yep, too late, man.
You said you hated the company. You literally said it on social media. Everyone fucking and their mother saw it. And you decide to resign on the dotted line for a creative position, which means jack shit to begin with. I don't feel sorry for you, you dumb fuck.
And once again, James has been triggered.
Let me just say this. Now, be fair, he at least knows what he's getting into with this scam. It's a lot better than the other scam he could have joined.
Oh.
Why doesn't he just leave scam and go somewhere where he won't be scammed?
Well, you see, here's the best way to describe it.
Oh, here we go.
He's a glutton for punishment.
Elementary, my dear Watson. Punishment makes a man thrive, and not in the bedroom. That being said, Eric, you had a fight going back to the triple threat match.
Bryan Danielson, BDSM? What?
Dude, shut up.
Okay. Also, speaking of NXT stuff, I want to bring this up. Vince has decided to weaponize WWE finally, officially.
What?
Stand and Deliver will be in the afternoon on WrestleMania Night 1 officially.
Oh, my.
So prepare yourselves for torture.
You stupid.
Oh, wait. Before James goes to his tangent, I want to make sure I clearly understand this while James looks like he's about to wreck himself mentally. Stand and Deliver, EXP, because TakeOver is dead, damn it. And WrestleMania Night 1 are going to be on the same day, back to back.
Well, it starts in the afternoon at 12 p.m. But for the most part, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to stretch it all the way there.
No.
So they're definitely they're repeating WrestleMania 35, basically.
Yes, but with 2 shows and not one gargantuan monstrosity.
Oh well, in that case,
it still doesn't. What do you mean? Thank you. Yeah.
So that being said, going back to where wrestling actually makes sense and matters. Anyone got anything else to say on this triple threat as far as maybe who eats the fall? And what happens afterwards? Do we get a super kick party with the Red Dragon? What's going to happen here?
Bobby Fish eats the fall because he always eats the fall. Move on.
Ouch. But that's probably accurate.
I got it. Kyle O'Reilly needs to do a meme.
A meme? Why?
Because that was half of his character in NXT turning into a meme.
That's true. I remember when he tried to freaking go Super Saiyan, then he just fell backwards out of the ring.
Then he tried to save his buddy in War Games, only to concoct his head in.
The freaking dude, man. I love Kyle O'Reilly and just the way he just creatively expresses himself. Freaking brilliant. What sort of craziness can we get here?
I'm just gonna say it. I am kind of amazed Vince let him go, considering how memeable he was.
And literally. When it came to Undisputed Era, R.I.P. Literally, he was the entertaining aspect, while Bob Riley was most vocal and Adam Cole was the head honcho.
Damn it, he's too small. He's too small.
They just made Ricochet the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, except since when did the IC title matter in
that
recent
was
years?
Vince's first choice.
Point taken.
Exactly.
All right, well, back to AEW. Yeah, Jurassic Express are going to win, and the crowd will sing Tarzan Boy. And we'll go from there. All right.
Wow.
All right, Taz, calm down. Anyway, moving on from there. I don't think nobody's going to calm down in this battle. Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? Who's going to truly be the monster? And as Eric put the retrospective on, who truly is the devil and is going to show the other what the devil on earth is. Dog collar match time, gentlemen. CM Punk and MJF, the second ever dog collar match in AEW history, with the first one, of course, being between Cody and Mr. Brody Lee. Who takes it here? Eric, take it away.
In my humble opinion, it should definitely go to MJF.
All right, short, sweet, simple, and to the point. I kind of agree with you because, again, I think about MJF future. I think about what could be next for both these
it's men. Not just that. It's not just that. It's the fact that MJF has made this work so well, and at this point, I think he did convince a lot of people if he ever turns face, he could do it.
Yeah, humanizing a villain, as Tranquilo Club put it.
Here's the only issue with that, though. With the amount of shit that MJF just did, especially last week or this week.
It was this week, man.
I don't really think you can afford a loss for Punk. Like, this is one of those times where if he loses, you'll actually lose credibility to what brought him to the dance in the first place here.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be weird to say this, but I really do feel that and here's the thing. You need to protect MJF, right? So This is how I think it's going to happen. Wardlow finally turns on him.
He's been teasing it. We've seen the tension. You saw what happened with that slap backstage to Wardlow. Basically dropped a tooth bomb.
If they're gonna protect MJF from losing completely, clean, they gotta have Wardlow help Punk. That's the only way that this can work, because otherwise you just have to beat MJF straight up clean, because Punk can't afford the loss now. They have done a very effective job to where MJF could literally take the loss either way. Like, I don't think I think Punk would actually be harmed if he lost, because then he kind of looks like a bitch, you know what I mean?
And also that'd be 3 losses in a row to MJF.
Yeah, so I don't. I mean, would it help MJF? Absolutely. I'm not saying it wouldn't, but I don't know if. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Wins and losses matter, right? So even if MJF loses on pay-per-view, he'll still get the championship match that he wants because he's won more, even though he hasn't won on pay-per-view. So,
and he'll also just take advantage of the opportunity like Lance Archer did.
So
I will also say this. I will say this though, when it comes to MJF, either way, MJF is going to win. Technically, he's going to probably be in the Britt Baker type of conversation where he loses gold.
Yeah, he'll hold the gold for sure.
He's the next AEW World Champion, in my opinion, because again,
it's
2019. Double or Nothing, the beginning of these two, and the beginning of AEW, and who were the two surrounded by the championship being brought forward and debuting? Heyman and Page and MJF. One of those men finally became champion after 2.5 freaking years. MJF, one of the 4 pillars, and might I add, the only pillar not to hold championship gold. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I don't think this year, but I think it's going to happen.
I think regardless of that fact, I really do think you need to have Punk win here. It's a must now, especially after that.
Gotta move on from this too.
So that's why I'm going with Punk.
Yeah, he's got to move on from this too. And as much as we want the CM Punk heel turn or Kenta maybe showing up and GTSing him, because I know he teased at one point. Right now, CM Punk, he needs to move on from MJF, and we'll see where it goes from there. Maybe they'll somehow try and create CM Punk versus Hangman as a short-term feud out of respect. Because again, based on wins, CM Punk probably would be, I would think, a number one contender. King, anything to add as far as this point goes with this dog car match? Who you got?
I got Punk winning here because like that segment on Wednesday was like golden. It was perfect, but it also had
if MJF literally loses even clean, like that segment made him.
Again, and this is the guy that barely needs to wrestle.
And it had you like basically saying, yeah, Punk's going to win, isn't he? Yep.
This is your money feud. This is your money feud for the next 3 years. This fucking like you could literally stop it at Revolution and then pick it back up at like next year's Double or Nothing. That's how reliable this feud is. Like it's the best feud in AEW that they've ever done.
And after that go home angle on Wednesday and CM Punk, I feel like a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Maniacal and cynical smile and retort to what MJF did. CM Punk is going to unleash hell, and I don't think MJF is going to be prepared fully.
He's channeling what he did the Raven.
Basically. And now he's going to take it out on MJF. Oh, boy. Yeah. After everything that's happened, CM Punk needs to move on this and win here. I do have CM Punk now winning, too. All right, well, this should be short, sweet, simple to call. AHFO versus Sammy, Darby, and Sting. After Sammy successfully defended against Darby and Andrade.
They made that unpredictable, too. Don't forget, fucking Darby and Sammy had their tiff.
That is true, but, dude, it's Sting.
But I will say this. There is a way they can swerve us.
Let's
take out Isaiah Cassidy, bring in Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, botch.
But wait, what? Okay, I know that Matt Hardy has become a little bit broken, and maybe the AHFO has been losing profit, and I still feel like Andrade Eagle is going to fire Matt, but I just don't see Jeff coming in yet. I know there's independent days come up with the Hardy Boys, and the Hardy Boys are to come to AEW. I just don't think they're going to pull the trigger at Revolution. And they've been really pushing Isaiah lately because of what he's been doing in single matches, including against Keith Lee and challenging for the title. With this tension with Sammy and Darby, that may be a continuing thing surrounding the TNT Championship that both these men hold so near and dear. The only reason I have the faces winning is, again, Sting has not been involved on 2 straight pay-per-views. This is how you bring more buys to the pay-per-view, too, and it's fucking Sting.
Yeah, Sting. Fuck it. Baby faces, then. Baby faces.
Yep, team baby faces.
And we'll see what happens as far as the fallout towards the TNT Championship.
Eric, I don't think you actually picked.
Well, I do think AHFO is still going to descend into chaos, and Matt Hardy's going to get fired. So I'm going to go with the faces.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be surprised to see the actual firing angle with Isaiah and Andrade just beating the hell out of Matt Hardy, and that's it. You're fired. And then they rebranded to AFO. AFO. I guess that's easier.
AFO.
AFO. No, they with the dollar sign at the end. AFO money. And then they bring in CFO money to do their theme.
I don't know if they can afford that, because right now, Mikey Ruckus, he has not given us a bad theme, dude. All right. This dude knows music.
Wait, I just remember.
CFO was good too.
To a degree.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they've done some good songs, but I was going to say this. If Tony Khan does decide to pull a swerve and announce the 7th participant for the Face of the Revolution ladder match, swerve.
That's why I literally said it.
We
saw Swerve, or Isaiah Swerve, Scott Strickland, whatever, backstage at one point with Sammy Guevara. So clearly there's going to be a match with those two at some point for the TNT title.
Now. It's Shane Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, it is. It's Strickland. And he's already shown up on NJPW and I think MLW. So
he's set to show up at Ring of Honor.
Wait, no, that's not a good thing.
What do you mean?
He's not, because he's known as Triple S.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, might need a name change.
No. He's going by Swerve now. He's just going by Swerve.
I thought it's just Swerve, actually. So
he's just going by Swerve.
Yeah, and Swerve versus Sammy, I feel like as a match to come for the TNT Championship. I don't see Scorpio Sky winning with him. I'm just going to say that right now. So yeah, I definitely got babyfaces winning, and I got Darby and Sammy renewing hostilities again for the TNT title because Darby's not going to stop until he's TNT champion again, bar none. All right.
He fell. So did you.
What a fitting theme. Jesus, what a freaking match this Rampage. But I digress. That being said, it's story time, baby, as the Battle of the Islands comes forward, as Heyman and Page defends the AEW. Yeah, as him and Adam Page defends the AEW World Championship against Adam Cole. Again.
Adam Page, baby.
And the last sound we'll hear is a
Page, cowboy.
And the last sound we'll hear is a buckshot lariat with a boom. Now, King, I know you, man. You're elite. This is all probably, too soon for you. But I think even you have to see right now, it is not time for Adam Cole to be the face of AEW.
And I agree. It's not his time yet. I mean, will he be a future AEW World Champion? It will happen, but it's not going to be on Sunday night.
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, he used to be a part of the Elite. What's King got to be sad about? He's seeing two former Elite guys named Adam go at it for the title. It's great.
True. Also, two former Bullet Club guys, and he's still, I feel a little torn with that.
Oh, wait, I just realized something, King. I'm going to have to ask you this personal question.
Uh-oh.
This might be very invasive. What if GOD screws Cole?
I think they would try to screw Omega more, wouldn't they? Because they did.
Well, Omega's out of action.
So it's a non-factor at this point.
For now.
And Cole made the call to Switchblade Jay White.
Yeah, Adam Cole's the one that called Switchblade.
With the actions of what Jay White kicking Tonga and Loa out of Bullet Club,
which I still can't believe.
Fuck.
The OGs.
The fuck?
Wait, you didn't know that?
Do you watch Impact Wrestling? Yeah, it's a Bullet Club Civil War going on.
Oh.
Yeah, Jay White kicked out. Yeah, Jay White kicked out God a few weeks ago and replaced him with the Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers are back with Bullet Club.
Under Jay White's Bullet Club.
Yep.
And that's a thing right now that's crossing over into AEW, NJPW, and Impact Wrestling.
And Jay White has said that he wants to create the best version of Bullet Club underneath his leadership. But if you watch NJPW's backstage comments like I do on YouTube,
yes,
Gato said, "Whose side are you on?" When he told the rest of the members of Bullet Club
in Japan, and by that he means Bad Luck Fale, ELP, and Taiji Ishimori.
He said, "Which side are you on? I hope it's the right one."
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm just gonna say, I can't. I gotta give.
I don't know if being with evil is the right one. I'm just gonna put that out.
To be fair, it's only show and usual.
I'm gonna say this though. It's gotta be kind of amazing how New Japan trusts Impact that much that says, you're going to have the start to the next Civil War.
Yeah, right? Freaking right here on American soil, led by Switchblade Jay White.
Well,
that really shows you how
New
far that
Japan
goes.
would want that big money-making moment happen on their turf. But they said, no, Impact, you can do it.
Well, to be fair, they're still also got the NJPW Strong USA brand, and they got that show coming up in Chicago. So it still feels like it is their turf.
But at the same time, it's New Japan. Wouldn't they want that kind of moment on their property?
You would think, but again,
and especially considering where just a few years ago, New Japan was like, we hate Impact. We'll so much leave Access TV just to get away from them.
And time heals all wounds, but as James alluded to, the Access deal has come up as well.
Heals all wounds.
Yeah.
Scott D'Amore definitely is a difference maker.
On both sides, though, don't forget. But new management on both sides, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because Harold McFlidge is also was also out of power too.
Yep.
But yeah,
actually, it turns out they were negotiating before the management change. Turns out that New Japan was like, Impact, we know you have the Good Brothers. How much?
Money, man. It talks. It talks.
Yeah,
we all got Heyman and Page here. As far as who faces him next, it's gotta be either CM Punk, Jon Moxley, if he somehow beats the American Dragon, because I could see that, because it was Jon Moxley, Heyman and Page at that ladder match, the last two in the end, where Heyman pushed him off and grabbed the chip to win the title of Full Gear in the first place. Or CM Punk. It's CM Punk, Jon Moxley, or MJF that I feel is going to challenge Heyman next for the title.
I think MJF is going to be held off either for Double or Nothing build or for Full Gear or All Out.
Well, we all know how synonymous All Out is because, again, that was Heyman's chance to become champion. He lost to Jericho. We also know Double or Nothing is going to be more dedicated to the Owen. And we have no idea who's in it, how it's going to work for both the men and women. But apparently it's going to play out through May.
Actually, here's the thing I'm hoping for regarding All Out. They don't call it All Out this year. They call it All In too.
All In.
And now you got Ring of Honor under your realm. I'm just waiting to see how this all starts to unfold at the Ring of Honor Supercard. And I feel a lot is going to be told there. Just saying.
Blood and guts. Blood and guts. Blood and guts.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get another Blood and Guts, I feel like, for sure. And it might be the original one.
It should be on the Supercard of Honor. Why not?
I don't know necessarily they would do that there.
You know why? Because Supercard of Honor, it's like Super Brawl of Honor, but without the brawl. Why not? It makes sense.
Something of honor. Something of honor.
I got it. You want to know what they should do? You want to know what I wish the Elite could do on BTE when they had to bring up Ring of Honor on their program now?
It's going to happen, but go for it.
Okay, Tony Khan, how much will it take for us to get Dante Bosco to dress up like Zuko and scream, honor, honor, honor?
I don't even know what that number would be, but that'd be insane.
Well, I'm pretty sure Dante Bosco is cheap because
another $40 million.
Here's the thing. He was on Nostalgia Critic doing the exact same thing. Trying to kill Doug Walker.
King, anything further to add regarding Revolution? What you think's to come? Do you think some surprise will show up maybe at the end again this time? And what do you think's ahead in the Fallout? Maybe even in Bullet Club for that matter.
I mean, we are getting new storylines during Revolution and we fall off in Revolution. So I really do see the Bullet Club Civil War take place in AEW once more. And I do believe that we will possibly see Brother Nero in AEW on the Fallout. I'm calling it now.
I wouldn't mind seeing Willow personally. I miss that character. That character was insane.
Willow, oh boy.
I'm just saying. Why not? Just saying. Willow versus Sting. Just think about it.
I'm still hoping. I'm hoping for God's sakes. Can Win and Rotunda just show up already?
I know you want that to happen, Eric. I really don't know if that will happen some point this year. Maybe All In too, or All Out, whatever they call it. I have no idea. Maybe I'll see it in Detroit when I go to AEW in June.
I have it. The name is perfect. All In and Out. They're gonna have an In and Out sponsorship.
Oh, good God! No.
No. It's All In and Out. Brought to you by Five Guys.
I actually would get behind that because they got good fries, man. I am so darn full of fries. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're going off into a tangent. I think that's a good stopping point.
Whoa, that was like an existential crisis. No, I'm so full of fries. Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna blow.
Freaking Rusev. Freaking Miro just waiting for a resolution from his god as he also recovers from injury.
God, why have you forsaken me with fries? All the fries.
I am the redeemer of fries.
Oh, okay. One more thing. I want to bring this up. I forgot to tell James this. James, did you hear that EC3 and Control Your Narrative have created another brand called Control Your Nutrition. And Noah, make me the co-host for a sec. I need to show you guys this.
All right. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. We've gone way too far. And you've gone to the point now that James is going to leave. So I'm just going to turn this off and get ready
James,
to shut
get
down.
back here.
I can still hear you.
Get back here. I need you to see this.
I got to get the visual here. While he prepares that, folks. While he prepares that, folks, please come and join the AEW All Elite Prediction League 2022 and see what lies ahead for you as well. The fuck?
World. Control your nutrition.
And look what EC3 is doing.
He's carbo loading is what I'm seeing.
Oh, and he's setting it on fire.
Control your chicken, control your fish, control your beef, control your veggies.
Oh, $7.99.
Control Your Nutrition 4-pack. $30.
There are going to be people that actually buy this shit too.
Oh my God.
And with that being said, all I have to
hold on. I'm just trying to get my words.
Oh, this should be good.
Oh, Lord.
This motherfucker crazy.
I love how simple he summed that up. Well, I guess with that being said, control your fandom based on what you enjoy. And with that, I think that will conclude.
No, we're not using control your anything anymore. I don't know how to.
All right, control yours officially banned. Guide yourself as far as what you do, what you choose to be, and how you react in life. Do it right if you can. And with that being said, I think that concludes this ATW view. So before
you can do to control your own narrative, go play Journey of Wrestling.
That's actually not a bad idea. I can't wait to hear more about the game
or
too.
If you want to control anything, control your anger issues while you play Elden Ring.
Oh, that game. Good Lord. That's worse than Cuphead.
That's worse than Demon Souls.
That's worse than Bloodborne. Okay, maybe not. Bloodborne is like the ultimate rage inducer.
No, man. I got it.
Pretty up there.
I got it.
What?
It's worse than WWE Raw 2 in difficult.
Oh,
considering how broken that game was.
Oh God.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You know how WYW started on that game? We made our characters on it.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Hey, we use those designs to this day.
Well, at least you evolved over time, unlike some stuff. But I digress. Well, we've gone down a different doorway for sure when it came to this ATW view. I'm definitely going to upload it in parts. Control your view and then the all elite view. So this was fun, gentlemen. But
did we control the doorway?
I don't know at this point. I mean, you see my door's closed. The other door, world may never know.
So you didn't you didn't control the doorway though, because you're whoever lives with you closed the door for you.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it was only open for a short period of time because I had to look at something that infuriated me, and that's why the glasses were off. But again, that's my blood pressure, and that's my life. So that being said, good stuff, guys. Sunday cannot come soon enough, but I also want to give a shout out to Impact Wrestling because they're awesome too, and there's never-ending war with Honor No More. Mickey James beat Tasha Steele's ass, but I digress. And Cassie, please win. Yay. Also, second match should be pretty fun. Heath, you got no chance in hell of beating Moose becoming the world champion. There, I said it. Good Brothers need to lose the tag titles to Violent by Design, and I hope that GLD makes that happen. Sorry, King. Not sorry. GOD, the OGs. Vengeance must be served. But I digress. All right, well, that's it for this ATW view. Until next time, folks, we bid you a fine adieu. I will let these guys now plug and promote their content too, starting with, of course, our inquirer of all things news. Eric, always a pleasure. Was glad to hear you for the whole forum. Bring your takes on all things wrestling, in and out of insanity too. Always a pleasure picking your brain. Where can people connect, find you, and further investigate your outputs and ways in all things wrestling too?
NRE the Wrestleverse.
There you go. He just put up something regarding Tony Khan now being the owner of Ring of Honor. I suggest you go check that out, folks. James, you follow the Pat McAfee show. You are quite a innovative mind. And again, your mind also scares me sometimes. But it's still a pleasure being your friend and conversating with you as well, sir. So anything you want to plug and promote, where can people find you?
Jay Hebert, Side 95 on YouTube. Live rounds on YouTube, a.k.a. RVD Tito for Life, who I just mentioned. They do live rounds.
Yeah, I remember you did their intro. Good stuff.
Yes. Very nice. Very you.
Oh,
fuck you, Danhausen. You got me doing it now.
He's cursed! I'm telling you, he's cursed! But anyway, continue.
Wrestling Fortune 44. Oh, and I will be doing a rundown. Everything will be edited soon. Yay. Jeff Meacham Network. Even though Jeff is on hiatus, there's some videos that Noah and I have done on the channel. Check that out. Yay.
Get a different side of me.
Weymouth Youth Wrestling, obviously, because about half the field is a part of that now. Me and King. So check that out.
Nice one.
What else?
You gotta get a link tree put together, dude.
Luke Lynch. Yeah, Luke Lynch as well.
Wrestling Encyclopedia.
Wrestling Encyclopedia. Check him out. Just search up Luke Lynch or Metal Nut 1120 on the user thingy on the YouTube URL.
And the user thingy. Yep, James' brain is slowly shutting down. I'm just waiting for him to do one dumb joke, and I'm gonna play us out. But before that, King,
I'll do the dumb joke.
Don't you dare, King. Again, you and I got some differences when it comes to women in wrestling, Bullet Club, and other things too. But again, you and I are truly the all elite pillars of. What are you doing?
Positive love from Yano. Admit it.
I'm this close to cutting you off this fucking feed. I swear to God.
Oh, but I control the mute button.
Wait, how? Wait a minute. What?
I am the secondary co-host, which means I can mute you.
You can't do that. How dare you?
Oh no, there's a civil war.
All right. Hey, shut up. First off, this went way off a tangent. And secondly, I'm
Sweden. I have no part.
King, plug and promote your stuff. Always a pleasure, my friend. Where can people connect to find you?
Always a pleasure. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at AMT Roman numeral AMT Roman numeral 23, and then the number itself. You can also check out the latest episode I did on Cameron Johnson's podcast with the CJ&E podcast. I had a fill in for his other co-host Earl Cole on yesterday. So go check out the AEW predictions and preview video on his channel if you want my other intake. Well, the same takes I had here, but differently.
Right.
In that episode.
You know, a different perspective, but also short, sweet, simple, and to the point. I mean, heck, this is the third forum now I've taught AEW Revolution, and later today, one more in the Daily Slam. Find me, folks, on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and in Foster 1916. We only wish to encourage you to just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling too. That is it for this absolutely insane. How am I still sober and awake too? Edition of the ATW View. Been a hell of a first year, gentlemen. I'm sure we're going to make year two even crazier. And hopefully we'll get our preacher man and our queen and others to join along in this forum too. And James, since you become a part of it, you've been a hell of an addition to it too. So I guess with that being said, make a positive impact in life, folks. Be all elite if you haven't already to really re-engage yourself as a wrestling fan. And before James says something dumb, I'm going to say to you all, have a good night. I think his brain has finally rested since Danhausen's out of his house. That's
Before we go, I have a joke for you all.
Oh, God, it's fuzzy. This should be good. Go for it.
Not fuzzy, it's Yoda. Mm-hmm.
All right,
what
bro.
Is a Sith Lord's favorite store?
I don't know.
The Darth Maul. Funny joke.
Oh, wait. Damn it!
Watch!
Got him.
You have failed this view, Noah.
I'm so done with all of this. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. How the hell am I still sober and awake? James, you suck. Goodbye and good night, everybody. Till next time for WrestleMania 38, Buck Stupendous.